someday I'll be strong. Maybe it won't be long. I'll be the one who's tough. You'll be the one who's got it rough. It won't be long, and maybe I'll be real strong.
Prophets. In a manner of speaking. Two of them. The one who speaks, and he will, at great length, whether you want him to or not, will make mention of himself as a prophet. The other one, well, he's a quiet type.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks? You mean Shenanigans? Oh, you're talking about Shenanigans, right? Put those away!
If I'm gonna do this, I'll need my news team at my side. News team! Assemble!
And welcome to the Burger and Badass Show. We are back like we are every Wednesday night to do our thing, episode 32. How's it going, Badass?
Not going too bad, my friend. Feeling a hell of a lot better. I mean, we've been having some issues, but that's all fair stuff. As far as it goes for here, we got a pretty good show to go.
We had a really good show. I'm about 80%. I've been under the weather for the last couple of days. We weren't sure if we were going to do this show this week or not. I was like, man, we might have to skip it. I'm not sure I'm going to feel better, but lucky enough, I woke up this morning and felt a lot better. And by the end of the day, I drug myself up most of the day. And now, here Wednesday night, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's actually not been too bad of a week so far.
Yeah. So, we have a lot to talk about. Of course, the usual suspects. The NBA, NHL playoffs, of course.
Yeah, Boredomville, USA, I know.
Then we have college baseball. It's, getting up onto that last week of college baseball.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not liking the way college baseball's been going simply because I'm a Clemson Tiger fan.
Anybody Clemson Tiger fan right now for baseball, they're not real happy.
No, the wheels have fallen off the bus.
I mean, it might not even get a super here.
I know.
Or a regional.
I know.
I mean, they're going to have to, really do good in the ACC tournament. And, I mean, you got a lot of good teams up there.
Who have just got done beating our ass.
Exactly. So, we have college baseball again, like a usual. And then we're going to do our lightning round later on in the show. Our new little segment thing we're doing. I like it. It's going real good. We've done it 2 weeks in a row now. So this is the third week of doing it. And I like it.
It seems to be catching on pretty well.
So let's go ahead and jump into episode 32, guys. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the NBA playoffs. The NBA playoffs are finally in the Eastern and Western Finals.
You know what? I just broken record on this fucking shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but what have we been saying now for the last umpteenth shows?
All roads in the East lead to where?
Cleveland.
And all roads in the West go to?
Golden State.
And that's it.
Have I been wrong? Yeah, I mean, has either of these teams even dropped a game yet?
No, none of them dropped the game yet.
Yeah, see, that's... Not trying to say I got a crystal ball, but, hey, just saying.
So, the number one seed in the East, the Boston Celtics, after blowing an opportunity in Game 6 to close out the series against the Wizards, well, they needed a Game 7, went to Game 7 in Boston, and they won 115-105 to move on to meet number 2 Cleveland.
I tell you what, if they start putting some real good players around John Wall, it's going to get nasty in Washington.
Washington is definitely one of those up-and-coming teams.
Oh, hell yeah. Like I said, John Wall is like one of the best defensive players there is. And that's what I'm saying. You start getting a supporting cast of shooters around him, people that can actually manage to put offense on the board whenever, wherever, road, not road, at home, not home. You get those people around him, then it's actually not going to be too bad.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, they need a guy from Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That actually, you got a point there. You do.
That's pretty much it. Kentucky. I mean, you want one of their big men because apparently Calipari down there, he breeds excellence down there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a lot of one and doners, but for what he has going on, that's very true.
So now, moving on to the finals in the East. In Game 1 of the Eastern Finals, it will begin tonight in Boston because, of course, I have to go to Game 7. Game 7 wasn't until Monday, so they had to give them a day of travel.
Right.
So, the game will be tonight at 8:30.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Hopefully, maybe this series go a little bit quicker and we'll get to the finals.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see because other than other than Golden State and Cleveland, all the other teams are having to take games 5, 6, 7. Not the others just like sweep. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just seems like everybody's going to gas each other until you get offered up to be sacrificed to the two juggernauts, because that's really what it is.
So, in the West, over in the West, you have the number 2 seed San Antonio Spurs. They wrapped up their series with the Houston Rockets in Game 6 on Thursday with a 114-75 trouncing.
That's not bad at all.
Houston was without one of their star players, but I mean, they just absolutely whooped that ass.
Yeah, no, Houston's one of those teams where if they're shooting and they're scoring, it's hard to stop them. But then again, just as well as I do, there's going to be times where you can chuck the ball up 50 times and you're going to get it going maybe 3 times. It's just there's nights where you're off.
And of course, now they're moving on to play the defending Western Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, which they'll probably get slaughtered by them too.
So, in the Western Finals, we had Game 1, where Golden State, after going down big in the first half, being outscored 62-42 in the first half by the Spurs.
Yeah, no, I remember everybody was on the radio talking about how that was just an abysmal performance, and everyone's like talking shit on Steph Curry, talking that, he's goddamn worst player to have on your team because if his shot's not going in, he helps the other team more than he helps you.
But the Warriors did bounce back in the second half, led by Captain Stephen Curry, who scored 40 points, and he hit the game-tying 3 with 1:48 to go in the game.
That's what I'm saying. If he's off, he's off. But if he's on, then watch out. He's just, I don't know, man. He's a blessing and a curse, that player. I think so, anyway.
And they ended up winning. The Warriors ended up winning that game 113-111.
Yeah, hold on. Let me ask you this. I want your opinion.
All right.
Is that a testament to how good Golden State is, or is that a testament to how sloppy and lazy the Spurs played? Because, which is it?
I say neither, actually.
What do you think it is?
I think it's got to do with a couple things. The Spurs are a good team. Spurs are a good team. That's why they're the number 2 seed in the West, because they're a good team. Also, I think Golden State had a little bit of rust in that Game 1. I think they did. I think, sometimes it's good to have that week off, and sometimes it affects you. And I think they had a little bit of rust coming into Game 1, and they showed it.
So you think they had to knock that rust off?
I think so. I think they went down by 20 points in the first half and was like, oh, fuck. Spurs are here to play. We need to come back and start playing good ball. And they started playing as a team, and like I said, they came back and they won the game 113-111.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I know they're that talented, but I wanted your opinion on whether or not you actually thought that it was one or the other. But I'm actually glad that you went a different route and actually explained what you thought it was, because I've been asking that question and posing it to people about, which do you think it is? And a lot of people are saying, well, that's obviously Golden State just, playing like shit and then turning it on. But then again, if you have Greg Popovich as your coach, I don't care what anyone says. You could have 5 fucking scrubs from Lithuania out there, dude. Greg Popovich is going to get the best out of them.
So in game 2, the Warriors dominated the Spurs 136-100 to take a quick 2-0 series lead.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Well, damn. So apparently they woke up the beast.
Yeah, that first scare, that game 1 scare, they said, all right, guys, now it's time to put the pedal down and just stomp that ass.
And apparently they did.
Oh, yeah, they did. So the Spurs will look to try to bounce back in game 3 on Saturday in San Antonio at 9 p.m.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they can do it?
I mean, as long as they can stay healthy and everything, yeah. I mean, you start having key players go down, it's going to really affect what you do. And, I mean, that's with any sport. I mean, baseball, football, basketball, hockey. You have that one player that, is really good and he goes down with some kind of injury, it really messes up with a team's psyche.
I'm inclined to agree with you on that one.
I mean, look at Pittsburgh a little bit. They struggled, when Crosby went down.
Yeah, they did. He's a captain. I mean, he makes or breaks them on a lot of nights because he's a veteran now too. Being that just the way he is, it's big time now.
So, speaking of hockey, we'll go ahead and move on to our next thing. We have the NHL playoffs.
The NHL playoffs, man, come on. The Boroffs.
I mean, we're getting there. We're getting closer.
I know. I mean, I understand that a lot of people like hockey. I mean, I myself am a casual fan of hockey. I'm not one of the diehards. I'm not Glenn.
I'm not Glenn either. I like hockey, but I'll be honest with you.
And Glenn, that's mad respect to you. I want to make sure you understand where we're coming from. That is not an insult. That's actually a respect thing because hockey has like the most diehard loyal fans of any sport. That's why the sport will not ever die, because people like Glenn, our homeboy, will not allow that to happen. Would you? In fact, I'll pose the question to everybody that knows Glennicus the way we know Glennicus. What do you think would happen if they took away Glennicus's Flyers?
Oh, he'd be upset.
I think he'd be more than upset.
I think I would go drive to Philadelphia and burn the city down.
Remember that game Rampage?
Oh, yeah.
He turned into like the Glenn monkey and just started beating the fucking buildings into the ground. Because Glenn, he don't play that shit.
You know how pissed off he was a few years back when they had to strike?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Remember that conversation?
Yes, I do.
It happened right at Swain.
I watched a redhead turn red in the face, like redder than any cherry you've ever seen, man. I'm talking Glenn don't play that shit. When he gets pissed, he gets pissed.
Oh, he was hot.
Yeah.
He was not happy that there was going to be no hockey.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting at. That just proves our point. Hockey's got the best fans. But we are going to talk about hockey. We don't care if y'all don't like it. You will get the fuck over it.
We only got another few more weeks of it.
And you know what? And we do this for our boy Glenn. Because Glenn, if you are out there listening, we talk about hockey for you, homeboy. We really do.
So the NHL playoffs are now in the conference championships too.
Moving on.
Finally.
Moving on.
So in the East, the Pittsburgh Penguins wrapped up their tough series against the Washington Capitals in Game 7 with a 2-0 shutout.
Tell you what, man, I was kind of sweating. I was sweating a little bit.
Now they will go on and face the Ottawa Senators in the Eastern Conference Finals.
One step closer, buddy. One step.
So in Game 1, the Ottawa Senators stole one from the Pittsburgh Penguins with a 2-1 overtime win.
Ooh, so they went down a game.
Yeah, they went down 1-0 right off the bat.
That's not good.
But the Penguins got a redemption in Game 2 with a 1-0 win to tie up the series at 1 game apiece.
So they actually did a 1-1.
Yep. Game 3 will be tonight at 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock in Ottawa, with Game 4 on Friday in Ottawa at 8 p.m.
That's not bad.
So in the Western Conference, the Anaheim Ducks finished up their series with the Edmonton Oilers in Game 7. Remember last week we were talking about the two big Game 7s that we had?
Right.
And the Oilers game was going to start just as we were finishing the show up.
Oh, okay. So actually, we'll know by the end of the show how that went.
No, we did. That was the end of the last show. Remember that?
Oh, God, never mind. See, I got my shit all mixed up, man.
I know.
I ain't been sleeping. You know, the baby's been sick, man.
Oh, I know. We all been sick.
I know. I mean, my bad, guys. My brain is fried.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to. You're gonna have to give us some slack.
At the end of last show, we had the Penguins. Remember, we were updating them. They were up 1-0. It was a good game going in the second period, and then we had the Edmonton Anaheim game that's starting at 10. We were finishing the show up, so we didn't get a chance to update you. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and update you and let you know that the Anaheim Ducks won in Game 7 with a 2-1 win.
Not bad. We've actually been pulling for them Ducks, man.
I know when it started off, we were like, Anaheim might be one of those teams that might come out of the West.
And you know what? They've been slowly but surely chipping away.
So they move on now to play the Nashville Predators, which are a hot team right now.
Hot as fucking mercury. I don't think anybody wants to play them right now.
I mean, I don't even think even the Penguins or the Capitals, not Capitals, but the Penguins or Ottawa's want to face them now.
No, I mean, hell, I don't know a whole lot of people that want any part of the hot team, man. I mean, it's just those guys, when they're clicking, it doesn't matter what sport it's in. It could be baseball, it could be football, it could be hockey, it could be soccer. It doesn't matter. If a team's clicking and they're playing good, man, I mean, it's hard to beat a team that's clicking. Chemistry means everything in team sports.
So in Game 1 of the finals, the Predators sneaked out a win over the Ducks 3-2 in overtime.
Ooh. That was nice.
But the Ducks dominated in Game 2 and got a 5-3 win to even up the series at 1 game apiece.
Oh, so you got to give it to them.
Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back.
Yeah, they did too.
So, they're tied about 1 game apiece. The Predators in Game 3 edged out the Ducks 2-1 last night and jumped ahead 2-1 with Game 4 on Thursday night in Nashville at 8 o'clock and Game 5 in Anaheim on Saturday at 7 o'clock.
So this has got to get real interesting.
So yeah, right now you have the Penguins and Ottawa at 1 game apiece, and you have the Predators up 2-1 on Anaheim right now.
So we're gonna find out in this next week who meets gonna meet the medal.
By the next show, we should be getting ready to get into the finals.
Oh hell yeah! You know what? God willing, son. God willing.
I'm telling you, it's going a lot quicker now. It's starting to pick the pace up now. You're not having all these teams having to play, every other night and every 2-3 nights, Now we're getting down nitty-gritty where they're playing like every other night.
And you're actually starting to watch the cream rise to the top, as it always does.
So, that's the NBA and NHL playoffs. We're getting ready to wrap up and we're going to get into the finals here very shortly, and we're going to see who's going to make it. Basketball, of course, it's probably going to be Boston and Golden State. And then in hockey, what do you think? I'm thinking Pittsburgh and Nashville still.
I am too. I think those are the two teams that are destined to collide. I do. I
think Pittsburgh, Nashville, and then in the finals for hockey, and of course Cleveland, Golden State, which is gonna be epic. I mean, as much as you don't want to see it again, but whenever they play, it's epic.
It is. Well, dude, listen. Just because I jest and I'm a sarcastic dick doesn't mean I don't want to see the two best teams play.
Not you.
No.
You're not a sarcastic dick.
Not
at all.
Nah.
No, ever.
Never.
But no, I mean, seriously, yeah. Who doesn't want to see this game? This is part 3. This is like we've been saying this a long time again, too. UFC. You want to see the big fighters fight, and then when they have the rematch, you want to see the rematch. And then you want to see the rubber match.
Exactly. If there's a rubber match, hell yes.
This is going to be the rubber match between the two.
And need I remind y'all that Steph Curry and LeBron James fucking hate each other? Like, LeBron James does not want that little scrotum fucking mentioned in the same fucking league as him. I mean, listen, he started talking shit last year, Steph Curry, about spraying champagne in their locker rooms. And I don't think that was a good idea, Steph. You know why? Because it really pissed him the fuck off. And then you had him 3-1. You had his dick nearly in the dirt. You were going to bury old man James. And guess what? He come back and fucked you straight. I mean, straight raw dog in your ass. I mean, and it was bad. I mean, real bad. Like, so bad to the point that these motherfuckers were having to stitch your butthole up because you know what?
My shit.
You sure did. And who don't want to see that? These two guys fucking hate each other. I want to see it.
And then you have the dread Golden State Warriors, who are the absolute New York Yankees of the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. They bought a team. They brought Kevin Durant on. I mean,
Just to have more star power.
on top of who they already had. I mean, that's like an all-star team out there.
They needed. Well, that's the thing, though. Everyone wants to see that these days. Would you disagree that
But that's the way it's always been. I mean, you really think about it.
Boston Celtics,
Yep.
LA Lakers?
Yep. I mean, look at that. Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons. I mean, look at all the big rivals. Look at all the big rivals back in the day. Even in football.
Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. Cowboys, 49ers.
Cowboys, Redskins.
I mean, there's always that historic rivals.
Steelers, 49ers.
Yeah. I mean, that you have these big teams that are rivals that play each other, and you're just like, who does not want to see that?
Like in our day.
But
if you had to name off a rival that we always were like, we got to watch that game. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, football. Especially back when they hated each other. I mean, dude, those were like the most fucking rough, hard-hitting games you were ever going to see in our day in the NFL.
And my point being is that they build a team up. So they get these big all-star caliber people around. Do I think it's right? Not really, because you're stacking the card against your other teams that might not have that money to spend. But in the same sense, is it logical and what's best for business? Fuck yeah. It is. It's what's best for business. I mean, if you can bring a Kevin Durant onto your team that's already pretty stacked. You know, if you can bring a Kevin Love onto your team that's already pretty stacked. If you can bring, you know, a big caliber player on there to add to that all-star team and make, you know, what they call the big three or the big four.
Why the hell wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? I mean, look at the big four back in the day with Chicago.
Nobody wanted any parts of that either.
You had Jordan, Pippen, Kerr,
Rodman.
and Rodman.
And nobody wanted none of it.
None of it.
None of it. For years.
Look at the Fab Five in Michigan.
Nobody wanted. Well, actually, there was somebody who wanted it. His name was Christian Leitner, and he got up all in it. Listen, sorry, all you Fab Five lovers, your black socks and your long shorts and your attitude. I hate to tell you, but there's a reason why everyone hates Christian Leitner. Greatness. Everybody hates Derek. Well, actually, Berger hates Derek Jeter. Everybody loves Jeter, but
Man, fuck Derek Jeter.
I'm just saying, man. Greatness is greatness does.
Let's not even get started on the Derek Jeter thing.
Oh, I know. I know you can't stand it. I know.
The war's been very, very big lately.
Yeah, no, I know. It's been getting
Especially
really fun.
Because, you know, you decided to give him my number and he decided to start texting me a bunch of shit.
Well, I figured you wouldn't mind.
I didn't mind. No, I didn't mind. It's all good fun, but, you know, I keep saying it. It's early. We're only, what, a quarter of the way through the season right now?
1/4 the way.
I mean, we're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. So, you know, I'm glad to see the Yankees and the Orioles going back and forth. I really am. It's good for business. It's making it interesting. It's not like some of these other divisions that are
blowout.
Like have one team that's leading the division, and the next team is 6-7 games back. Second place, 6-7 games back already, quarter way through the season. That's not a good way to start the season out.
Hell no, it's not. Tell you what, I will say this though. I'm actually kind of happy to see the rivalries kind of revamping. I'm glad to see the back and forth between our friends and us. It's a lot better because, like you said, it's no fun when it's a blowout. Nobody wants to see that shit because then you got one person that's talking nonstop shit and the other people are miserable. That ain't no fun. It's fun when shit's neck and neck.
So let's go ahead and move on to our next topic.
All right, what do we got?
We got some college baseball.
Indeed we do. Indeed we do.
Man, I love college baseball.
I know, I told you.
And I'm sad because it's like, it's almost there. It's almost over.
Yeah, but it'll be back before you know it.
I know. So let's go ahead and get to some college baseball where time is running out in the season and it's do or die for a lot of teams because this is the last week before the conference tournaments.
I know. This is down to it. Like, baseball is about to end and it's about to be Crunch time.
Let's go ahead and check out some of the games that happened this past week. So we have, this past week, that with all these games that happened, this coming up week, we're going to do our picks. And then I think what we should do is, not to get ahead of ourselves, but I think we should go ahead and do some picks from the conference tournaments.
Oh, absolutely, but we'll do that when the time comes. But I agree with you.
Yeah. I'm thinking we definitely want to keep this thing moving.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, we're doing good at it. Why not?
I mean, yeah. I'm not saying we're... just you got to remember something. We're not Vegas, guys.
We're just two guys from South Carolina.
Making our picks.
Doing what we love.
And that's it. There's no bunkum, no bullshit.
There's no gimmicks.
No shenanigans.
No, none of that. No skullduggery.
I can't think of another one. But we don't have, credit cards of the day. We're not hanging out with Pharrell and all them boys.
Even though we wish we were.
I wish I was, but maybe in due time.
We're working class cats. That's what we are. And you know what? Proud of it, too.
So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the big games that happened last past week. On Thursday, we had number 11 LSU shutting out number 14 Auburn 4-0.
It sounds to me like Auburn's going down the toilet.
Yeah, they were one of the teams last week we said that's starting to make that decline.
Yeah, I think it's a long dookie ride down.
While you had number 1 Oregon State cruising over state rival Oregon 6-1.
See, we called that accurate, did we not?
We did.
See.
On Friday, you had unranked UConn upsetting number 24 South Florida 2-1.
Hold on, what?
Unranked UConn upsetting number 24 South Florida 2-1.
Oh, Philly!
Oh! Oh! Oh, Paisan! Oh! Back up!
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
God damn, that's insane.
You had number 2 Louisville doubling up number 8 Clemson 4-2.
Oh my God, you can't be serious.
Yeah, it just keeps getting worse for Clemson.
Clemson, I hate it. I got to ring you up. I'm sorry. It just don't seem like the bleeding's going to stop.
It's got to stop at some point.
God damn, I hope.
I mean, we're getting close to the end. It's do or die for them. That's one of the teams that's do or die for.
Yeah, I know. That's the sad thing, though, is that last time this year, we were, like, getting hot and going, like, now we're just, like, fucking dry ice right now. It's not good, dude.
We also had number 7 Mississippi State blowing out Georgia 7-3.
That's a pretty good beating. I think we called that one correctly, too.
You have unranked College of Charleston shocking number 17 Arizona 3-1.
Hey, look, what I tell you.
We called that one.
What I tell you.
Coming all the way across there and having to travel, they weren't going to win this game.
No. Hell no.
You had number 5 Florida edging out Alabama 2-1.
Hold on. You want to give me that one again?
Number 5 Florida edging out Alabama 2-1.
Okay, I was making sure I heard that right because I was about to be like, oh, God. Never mind. Okay, we're good.
Number 11 LSU defeating number 14 Auburn 5-3.
Hi, Auburn. Guess what? You get another one. Y'all are some dookie nuggets.
And you had number 1 Oregon State eking out a win over the in-state rival Oregon 5-4.
Very nice.
On Saturday, you had number 24 South Florida getting redemption, blanking UConn 2-0.
Hold on, so they got some get back.
You got some get back.
Good. About fucking, that's good, because seriously, that's embarrassing.
You had number 3 North Carolina crushing Virginia Tech 9-4.
God damn.
Unranked Miami shocking number 13 Virginia 5-1.
Did we call that one too?
We did call that one.
Oh, ha ha ha.
Again, we're not Vegas guys.
We're just two guys from South Carolina.
Doing our picks.
Doing what we love.
Giving our opinion and telling you what we think's going to happen.
And if y'all don't get down with that, you can get fucked.
And we got 2 words for you.
Get them to them.
Get fucked.
That's right.
You also had number 11 LSU getting the sweep over Auburn 9-1.
Hold on, Auburn. So nice I had to do it twice. But there was a third, so here's the word. Night, night.
Number 9 Kentucky defeating Tennessee 8-3. Not surprised there.
No.
Unranked Oklahoma surprising number 6 TCU 9-8.
That one's a little bit of a surprise. That one is.
Number 21 Wake Forest edging out a win over Florida State 4-3.
That was close.
And number 2 Louisville taking game 2 from number 8 Clemson 6-4.
Ah, damn it, man. You know what? I feel, you know
You
what?
have to give it to them again?
I have to feel like I'm going to have to take you boys on a journey. So, you know, I'm about to fucking Sherpa you up the goddamn mountain. Y'all sons of bitches need to fucking understand something. You need to understand it right now. The fucking bleeding has to stop. You cannot keep losing games. You guys are getting your asses pounded.
Timeout.
Wait a minute.
I'm calling timeout on the play.
All right, timeout on the play.
Timeout on the play. Pause it real quick. Timeout on the play. I have to do this. So I can let you finish.
Oh, God.
On Sunday, number 2 Louisville got the brooms out on number 8 Clemson and beat them again 6-4.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
On timeout, you can go ahead and back to your rant again.
You know what? That just pisses me off even worse. Y'all sons of bitches cannot keep doing this, man. Monty Lee, I know that you're trying your best. We have great players. What happened? Why? Do you not understand what's going to happen? We went from being ACC favorites with North Carolina and Louisville to being turds. This cannot continue. I know y'all can hit the baseball. So what the hell? This has just been one of the moments where I feel like I have to put you on my back, kicking and screaming, and I'm going to have to fucking Sherpa you up the mountain, and I'm going to have to tell you what the deal is, because obviously it's not sinking in when someone else does it. So maybe you need some random dude named Badass yelling at you, telling you about your fucking selves, because listen, y'all are better than that. I don't give a goddamn if it's Louisville. I don't care if it's North Carolina. You will goddamn get your shit together, and you will fucking start winning. You're fucking embarrassing us.
You good?
Yeah, I think so.
I love it when you Sharpie shit up the mountain. I'm coming along to it now.
I'm telling you, if I have to put them on my back and carry them kicking and screaming up the mountain, but I will Sherpa you up the mountain.
You might have to do that with Clemson.
I think I'm gonna have to.
I hope you have a big back, because that's a big team to take on the mountain.
It's gonna be a lot of chaw.
A lot of chaw. She also had number 21 Wake Forest eking out a win over Florida State 10-9.
Damn, that's a high scoring affair.
Unranked Ole Miss doubled up number 19 Texas A&M 6-3.
See, that's another team on the way down.
Number 3 North Carolina destroying Virginia Tech 20-0.
Oh, what?
I'll repeat that one more time. Number 3 North Carolina destroying Virginia Tech 20-0.
Oh.
You can't be serious.
I'm dead serious.
Oh my God. 20-0. Are you serious? God damn.
That might be the worst score I've seen all year so far.
You know, I wish I had the clip pulled up for it. If I'd have known that was coming, my God, I'd have had one pulled up from Life. Be like, that's enough, man. It's taking enough of a beating. I mean, Jesus, because of the love of God. I mean, not over no cornbread, Ray. I mean, seriously, that shit. God, you getting your ass handed to
That's
you.
horrible.
God, yeah, it is.
You also had number 13 Virginia getting redemption on Miami 7-4.
All right, I can see that.
Unranked Georgia knocking off number 7 Mississippi State 4-1.
Yeah, see, Georgia's like that. Every once in a damn while, they just come in and beat somebody they ought not to.
Number 22 Southern Miss shutting out UAB 8-0.
Very nice.
And number 10 Long Beach State cruising along over Minnesota 9-1.
Hey, those boys are not to be deterred.
I'm telling you, they're another one of those teams that, again, like I said last week, they just sit back there in that middle of the pack, and then all of a sudden the tournament comes and boom, they become hot.
Turn them burners on, that's right.
So on Monday, you had unranked St. Mary's putting it on number 14 Cal State Fullerton 12-4.
Oh my God, are you serious? Horrible.
Also, unranked California shocking number 11 Stanford 5-3.
God. A lot of dogs. A lot of dogs.
And then finally on Tuesday, you had unranked Virginia Tech doubling up number 25 Old Dominion 8-4.
They had to beat somebody's ass.
You also had number 12 Virginia dominating Richmond 8-3.
In-state fight. Very nice.
You ready for this one?
Oh, God. Is it about to get even better?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Unranked Indiana shocking the world by defeating number 2 Louisville 4-3.
Did we call that one?
I think we did. That might be. I have to check on our picks later on in the show. I have to remember that because I thought that was one of our picks.
We wrestled with that one because Indiana always likes to fucking upset people.
But doesn't that kind of like just burn you up a little bit that they go in and they sweep a good team like Clemson and then they turn around and they lose to an unranked team like Indiana?
Yes, it does. I won't lie.
You also had number 3 North Carolina rolling over UNC Wilmington 7-2.
Yeah, I think North Carolina is going to be your champion this year, sadly. They're going to win in 2 sports.
You also had number 16 Michigan crushing Eastern Michigan 12-4.
We called that one.
Number 13 Clemson getting back in the win column with an 11-8 win over Coastal Carolina.
You know what? It's...
Why don't you go back home to your street malls and drink your Zimas and Smirnoff Ices? Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
That's exactly how I feel about that, Clemson. Good for you. Good for you.
That sounds sarcastic.
Yeah, I mean, fucking you stop the bleeding. Yeah, well, thank God you won a game.
And then lastly, you had number 1 Oregon State destroying Portland 7-1.
Nice.
Not a real big surprise there.
No. It might come down between Oregon State and North Carolina. Those are your 2 horses.
With possibly Louisville being up there.
Nah, I think North Carolina and Oregon State are the horses. I really do.
They're the front 2.
Yeah, I really do believe that.
So the new rankings came out this week, badass.
Did they now?
On Tuesday.
And what do we got?
We had a lot of shakeup in the top 25, but there were no changes in the top 5.
Really?
After you go through the top 5, it just gets crazy.
Well, you know what? I think we might have to give them the rundown.
So still at top is Oregon State, with Louisville right behind them in second, North Carolina in third, Texas Tech in fourth, and Florida rounding out the top 5.
That's actually a pretty solid top 5.
Any of those guys could definitely, come out there. I mean, they might be our top 5 horses right in the front.
They might be the lead pack.
Because I think they've been up front there for the last, month?
Most of them have never dropped out of the 10.
I know Oregon State hasn't moved at all.
Hell no.
Now here's where it gets interesting. At number 6, you have Kentucky jumping up 3 spots.
Actually, that's not too bad. I figured Kentucky wouldn't jump that high.
TCU falling 1 spot to 7th.
Yeah, I could see that because they lost when they shouldn't have.
Mississippi State falling 1 spot to 8th.
Yeah, they should have fell a little bit more.
And Long Beach State moving up to 9th.
Hey, creeping on up.
And then you have LSU breaking the top 10, moving up 1 spot.
I just don't trust that bunch. Every time I take them, they lose. When I don't, they win.
So 11 through 15, you have Stanford at 11.
Yeah, I could see why they're up there. I mean, they could break the top 10 before it's all done.
Virginia staying pretty solid at number 12.
Yeah.
Our boys Clemson falling back 5 spots.
Yeah.
After getting swept by Louisville at 13.
On the way down, there they go.
It's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking, I know.
You're like, are you serious? Like, you played so good all freaking year.
And then you want to fucking
And
fall
then the
the
last
wheels
quarter of the
off the goddamn
season,
bus.
the fucking wheel fall off the fucking bus, and they fucking start playing like shit.
I mean, honestly, they look to me like a fucking team that just don't give a fuck, or they're going out there playing drunk, one of the 2.
You have Cal State Fullerton at 14.
Very nice. That's another one of them boys. They just lost, I know, but still, you got to watch them because they're going to hang around.
And then you have Southern Miss moving up 7 spots to 15th. They're running up the top 15.
God, they bumped them up the fucking way, didn't
I
they?
know, like 7 spots. I mean, that's pretty damn amazing.
That is pretty good.
So then we have 16 through 20. You have Michigan at 16.
And I think they might actually start falling back down. I don't see them going up no higher.
You had Arkansas and Arizona flip-flopping. Arkansas moving up to 17. Arizona falling back to 18.
That sounds correct. I don't disagree with that.
Wake Forest at 19, staying pretty strong.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to stay in the top 25. I don't think that you'll see them moving out of that region.
And then you have St. John's staying strong at 20, rounding out the top 20.
Not so bad. Who's our honorable mentions in the bottom 5?
Well, lastly, 21 through 25, you have 3 new faces in the top 25.
Shaking it up.
Shake it up.
Yeah, got it.
So at 21, you have Oklahoma, who was unranked last week.
Not bad. Flatta, 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 party up, party up.
You have Missouri State at 22, who was previously unranked.
Not bad.
And you have Nebraska at 23, previously unranked.
Again, not bad.
You have Texas A&M after struggling this week, falling 5 spots to the 24.
Ooh, you know what it's starting to sound like for you, Texas A&M. Starting to sound like it.
Not yet.
I'm getting there.
Getting very close.
Very close.
This week they need to bounce back.
Yeah, they do.
This week we look at L, but this week we bounce back.
Because if they don't, it's not going to be good.
No. And then you have ODU rounding out the top 25.
Old Dominion.
Sitting there strong.
Old Dominion. A little fucking nothingness out in Virginia.
So, it's that time of the show, badass.
What's that time, my friend?
It's a time that myself, Burger, and you get to beat our chest a little bit and see how we did this week in our picks.
I'm imagining we did pretty good.
I'm actually pretty impressed. So overall, guys, we sit at 29-15, picking at a 66% rate going into this week.
Pretty solid.
So this week we did take a little step back. But I still think we had a really good week. We went 9-6, picking at a 60% rate.
I'll take that shit all day long. All day long. You kidding me? We're picking above 50%, and that's way above. Not like just a percentage. We're way above it. Way above it.
And that now puts us at 38-21, picking at a 64% rate.
Again, that's not bad. It's not bad at all.
So let's go ahead and look at some of the games we had because I want to go over them. Because I remember talking about these last week.
Right.
I'm actually surprised because some of the games that were surprises that we picked, and they were surprises like upsets, and we actually picked them right this week.
Well, I figured we would. I mean, we've been doing a lot better at picking our upsets, especially our weekly bloodbath that we started. We've been getting a lot better. A lot better.
So on Thursday, our first game that we had was number 14 Auburn at LSU, number 11 LSU. We took Auburn in this game, and we lost this one because LSU won 4-0.
Yeah, we did kind of drop the ball on that one.
But then our second game on Thursday was number 1 Oregon State at Oregon. We took Oregon State, and they fell through. They came through for us, and they won 6-1.
That is true.
So we ended up 1-1 on Thursday.
I'm happy with that. I think we did pretty good.
So then on Friday, we had number 3 North Carolina at Virginia Tech. We took North Carolina. North Carolina won 9-4.
Yeah, which we saw that was easily going to happen. Correct.
We had number 2 Louisville at number 8 Clemson. And of course, we picked that one wrong because Louisville won this game 4-2.
Easily, yeah.
Frustrating, isn't it?
Hell yeah, it was frustrating.
Frustrating.
It's frustrating. It's just frustrating. No, but I mean, I don't know. Sometimes we drop the ball. Sometimes we don't. But, like I said, we're not gods of picking. We do get shit wrong, but we're getting better at picking the ones that no one sees coming, the ones that build casinos in Vegas. We're getting a lot better at picking those.
Well, we did bounce back because we had number 7 Mississippi State at Georgia. We took Mississippi State, and they won 9-3.
Correct.
and we took number 5 Florida at Alabama. We took Florida, and Florida won 2-1. So we ended up finishing 3-1 on Friday.
Hey, that's not bad.
75%. You can't beat that.
No, hell no, you can't beat that. That's what I mean. We're actually doing some really good things in our picks. Like, that's what I don't think people understand, man. Like, we're actually doing much better than what we were when this thing began.
So then on Saturday, we had Tennessee at number 9 Kentucky. We took Kentucky, and Kentucky won 8-3.
Tennessee has no team whatsoever in baseball.
They used to a long time ago, but not anymore.
Not anymore. No.
We had number 6 TCU at Oklahoma. We took TCU, and we did not see this coming, but Oklahoma won 9-8.
Yeah, no, that was a good game. Well played. I mean, we got that one wrong. This is true. But having said that, I don't think a lot of people saw that coming, to be frank with you on that. I don't think they did.
But something that we did see coming was Miami at number 13 Virginia. We took Miami in the upset.
We did.
And Miami won 5-1.
And you know what? That was one that everyone said that when I remember we were making that pick, that me and you were discussing about how the Hurricanes, because you thought I was going to just take Virginia, and I was like, nah, Miami. Like, really? I was like, hell yeah. I was like, Miami got this. They can beat them.
And then we had number 16 Michigan at Purdue. We took Michigan, and they won 9-4.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, they just we saw we saw that coming. I mean, it's Michigan at Purdue, unranked Purdue against number 16 Michigan, and Michigan's looked pretty good this year.
Agreed. Well, yeah, when it's Purdue, yes, yeah.
So we finished 3-1 on Saturday.
So again, 75%.
Then on Sunday, we had number 19 Texas A&M at Ole Miss. Now, I'm gonna say that to you again. Number 19 Texas A&M at unranked Ole Miss. We took Ole Miss, and Ole Miss won 6-3.
Again, one of those ones that no one sees coming, and boom, then we did it.
And I thought we called the double upset on Sunday because this team actually beat Arizona on Saturday, and I thought we picked it on Sunday, and I thought it was that day. So I thought we had 2 picks that were upsets, and we both remember we picked 2 upsets on Sunday. We're like,
nobody sees this coming.
Yeah. Well, they did upset them, but it was on Saturday, not Sunday. And that was number 17 Arizona at College of Charleston. We took College of Charleston, and Arizona won 6-0.
Yeah.
But they did lose on Saturday. College of Charleston did upset Arizona. We talked about it earlier in the show. So, I mean, we were close on that one. We knew they were going to upset them. We just didn't know what game.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good point. You got a fair point about that. You do.
So we finished 1-1 on Sunday. And then on Monday, we had number 12 Stanford at California. And unfortunately, we took Stanford, and California won this game 5-3.
But we did talk about how California was probably going to do. I remember we mentioned they're like, watch these dickheads win this game.
We did. I do remember that.
So, like I said, we can't get them all right, but dude, we're getting so much better at calling upsets. So I'm happy. I am.
So we were 0-1 on Monday, which, I mean, it happens. And then on Tuesday, we had 2 games. We had number 2 Louisville at Indiana. We took Louisville, and we had a BB next to this game.
And
our bloodbath of the week.
That's our bloodbath of the week.
Well,
did it disappoint?
It disappointed this week.
Uh-oh.
Indiana upset Louisville. That's the game we were just talking about.
Yeah, no.
They upset them 4-3.
Yeah, so we were incorrect.
I mean, in all sense, it should have happened. Louisville should have waxed the floor with Indiana, especially after beating a good team like Clemson. They should have been able to beat them.
That should have been a tune-up.
It should have been a tune-up, and I don't know what the hell happened, but wow. That's all I can say.
Well, stranger shit, man. That's what everyone says on any given day, man. That's the beauty of sports, any given day.
And then we had Eastern Michigan at number 16 Michigan. We took Michigan. Michigan won 12-4. So we finished 1-1, which ended up putting us at 9-6 for the week.
But see, I like even with the bad picks, I take them because you know what, we did really good. Otherwise, we did really good.
So let's go ahead and do our pick for this week. You know, we did have a little bit of a hiccup this past week, but now let's see if we can go ahead and knock it out of the park this week. See what I did there? Knock it out of the park in baseball.
Hey, I think we can do it.
So we have a shit ton of games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then that's the end of the season.
That's, God, I know. Isn't that kind of sad?
I'm like, man, I knew it was coming close, but I didn't think it was that close.
I know. I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
So we got 5 games on Thursday.
That's a lot of games for one day.
Especially on a Thursday. Like Friday and Saturday is expected. That's usually when the big games are over the weekend.
Right.
But, man, you know, with it being the last week, trying to get them all in at the last minute.
It's not easy, is it?
No. So we have some rival games and some good, you know, just in conference rivals too. We have, starting off, we have number 16 Michigan at Michigan State. I'm pretty comfortable with taking Michigan here. Michigan has not disappointed us so far. They play good ball. I mean, they have lost a couple games here and there, but again, any given day it can happen.
I'm inclined to agree with you on this. I am. I'm inclined to agree because the better team is likely going to win that game, and the better team right now is Michigan. There's no arguing any of those facts. So I'm with you on this one, my friend. I am.
All right, next one, and this might be a little difficult for us. Number 13 Clemson at NC State. I mean, in hindsight, you say there's no way they lose this game. This should be a game they should win going into the last week of the season.
I want to take them for a victory, but I feel like they're going to screw us.
What are you thinking? I mean,
go with the boys. They got to win one.
They got to win one. I think this is going to be the one they win.
They got to win one. For the love of Christ, they got to win. They got to win something.
Then we have a really good conference game. We have number 6 Kentucky at number 5 Florida.
That is going to be a good Southeastern Conference matchup. You ain't shitting.
Oh, man, who you take? Florida, both teams are playing good ball right now.
I take Kentucky simply because I think that they're the better ball team.
You think so?
I think so. I do.
All right, so we'll go ahead and take Kentucky. And then we have another really good one. We have number 10 LSU at number 8 Mississippi State.
That's going to be a good game. That is.
I'm thinking, oh man, you see, Mississippi State struggled a little bit. LSU has gotten better. But in the same sense, I'm thinking Mississippi State, you know, in the importance of going into the last week, I think they're really going to play some good ball, and I'm willing to take number 8 Mississippi State. What do you think? I mean, honestly, you look at this game and you think LSU right now is playing better ball, and that'd be the team you take. But in the same sense, Mississippi State's been up there for most of the last month and a half.
And LSU only really does well at home. I'm inclined to agree with Mississippi State, yes.
And then our last game on Thursday is another battle of the top 25s. We have number 17 Arkansas at number 24 Texas A&M. Texas A&M has just fallen back 5 spots. Arkansas has moved up 1 spot from where they were last week.
I'm liking Arkansas on this one.
You think Texas A&M's on the downcline and this is going to be it for them?
Yes.
All right. Then on Friday, we have 4 games. We have number 12 Virginia at Georgia Tech.
Oh, man. See, I feel like if I take Georgia Tech, they're going to lose. In Virginia, man.
That's tough. I mean,
you know what? I'm taking Georgia Tech. I see the upset coming there.
All right. Here's a chance for another maybe upset alert. Florida State at number 2 Louisville. You know, I mean, Florida State, they've had their struggles this year. They started off really hot, and then, you know, they halfway through the season, they started playing shitty ball again. They started getting a little bit better as the season progressed, but now they're starting to decline again. They just did get swept by Virginia last week.
Yeah, see, that's After watching Louisville dismantle Clemson, though, I mean, it's hard to go against
But
them.
then it's like, you know, in the same sense, it's like then you have Louisville losing to an unranked Indiana. You're just like, really?
I know, and it's just like it's shit like that that really, you know, I don't know. It's hard to.
But you can't deny that Louisville does play good ball at home.
Yes, they do. It's one of those things where I know they can lose, and I know that FSU is good enough to beat them, but I just don't see it happening. I don't.
And then finally we have two more games on Friday. We have Duke at number 3 North Carolina.
North Carolina, fuck Duke.
How do you really feel, badass?
Did you got enough deodorant?
And then lastly on Friday, we have number 21 Oklahoma at Oklahoma State, an in-state rival. Man, you know, it's like Oklahoma's just getting it into the top 21, but Oklahoma State is another one of them good ball teams that they're hanging around just outside that top 25, waiting to get back in there.
Oh, man,
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Oh, man. I think maybe we might have to go to the one of our old things we did back in the football days. What do you think?
No, because the coin used to screw us more than it helped us. I'm gonna go go to Oklahoma State just because no one sees that coming. No one sees that coming. Watch, we're gonna be shocked when it happens too. They're like unranked Oklahoma State beats their rival when they're bearing. They say rankings don't matter and shit like that.
On Saturday, we have number 25 Old Dominion at Florida Atlantic. Old Dominion's been staying right there at the bottom of the top 25, and you know,
no need to count them out now.
No, they're staying solid.
They're
going to be not a top team, but they're going to be a mid center team.
They're going to be good enough to stay in the 25. Well, depends. If they take a tailspin, then it won't matter.
And we have number 14 Cal State Fullerton at Cal State Northridge.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Cal State Fullerton because I know more about them.
I don't know. Team. I don't know much about Cal State Northridge. I didn't know. To be honest, when I was doing this, I didn't know there was a Cal State Northridge. I guess it's like a sister school, or
it is.
And then we have Washington State at number 1 Oregon State. No problem for Oregon State.
Yeah, no, I don't see this being anything at all hard for them. They are going to waltz their way to Omaha. They really are.
And then we have Pittsburgh at number 19 Wake Forest.
I like Wake Forest in this one. It's in their home.
They've been playing really good ball lately, too.
Yes, they have.
You know, I'm telling you, that's the team right there that Clemson's not careful. They can sneak up and move ahead of them.
And put them out of the whole thing.
Not maybe put them out of the whole thing, but, I mean,
your uphill climb just got harder.
I'm telling you, you have a bad week this last week, you're in trouble being at the bottom of the ACC tournament and having to play a top team first round.
You're getting bounced out quick.
Have to play North Carolina again.
Or Louisville.
Right
off the bat.
And getting smacked.
Again.
I
agree.
And then finally on Sunday, we have 2 games. We have Hawaii at number 9, Long Beach State. Again, no issue, I think, for Long Beach State.
Agreed.
And then lastly, and for some reason, when I look at this one, I'm feeling the upset, but I don't know. I would like to hear your opinion on it. Washington at number 11, Stanford.
I think Stanford bounces.
Bounces them?
Yeah. It's at their house. They won't let Washington get by what California did.
So here's some interesting things about our picks this week. And I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but it's going to be interesting to see this. On Thursday, out of the 5 games, we took 4 road teams and 1 home team.
Road dogs.
On Friday, we turned around and took every home team.
Sometimes you got to go with it. Hey, sometimes that's how it is.
On Saturday, we went half and half.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Sunday, we just took the home teams.
Hey, sometimes it works out like that.
So it'll be really interesting to see the last week of the season. I'm curious to see how we finish it out. It's gonna be a little bit tougher getting in these tournaments, because of course you're going to have teams that are, going to shock people in the tournament and knock out one of them big teams like a Louisville or North Carolina. And you're going to be like, wow, that really just happened.
Oh, yeah, it did.
So we'll be checking back next week on our picks, see how we did. We get our chest a little more like we usually do.
That's right. And you know what? For all the haters out there, we simply have only this for you.
Well, that depends. Can you go fuck yourself?
That's right. Y'all can go fuck yourselves.
Speaking of haters, I still haven't heard anything back yet.
Yeah, I heard nothing back.
It's been radio silence so far.
Yeah, well, like I said, shots have been fired, but I don't know if they heard it. Maybe I have to fire some bigger shots.
I will say this.
We're fighting them from our home base. We might have to actually go. We might have to go on the offensive. Take the fight to them.
Kind of like the way DX did the WCW.
Yes.
Going with a tank.
Yes, we're gonna have to take the fight to them. We're gonna have to show up on their turf, on their court, take the ball from them, pop it, and then say, "What do you think about that, bitch?" and walk away.
But good news is I did look at our thing on Facebook.
Yeah.
Of course, the Burger and Badass Show at Facebook.com or the Burger and Badass Show at YouTube.com. We've got a lot of views on both of those pages.
Really?
So I'm interested to see if eventually word gets back to them.
Either that or people were just like, "Do you hear what these fucking dudes are saying? Oh my God, like we can never let them on the radio." That's exactly why we should be on the radio, because we're not pussies.
So, no word yet on that, but I'm telling you, I think it's coming. Word's going to get back to them about it, and I know certain people in the air that have no problems sending shots back over.
Well, I mean, if anything, who do you think's going to fire the shots back at us?
Deptula.
Yeah, no, well, he's a fucking mouthpiece anyway, but I don't know. I don't really care about him because he's always running his fucking mouth. So
maybe the guy in the morning.
You know what? I would actually like it.
Not Quack, but
Milstead and Philpott.
Philpott, yeah, Philpott. I think he would. Yeah, Quack's a little bitch.
I would actually like that simply because I would take it more serious coming from the more relaxed 45-year-old frat boy types.
I'm sorry to say, but Kelly's probably got bigger balls than Quack.
Well, we already know she's got a bigger dick than Quack.
I think she has bigger balls, too.
Well, we already know who's pitching and who's catching in that relationship, don't we?
We definitely do.
I mean, no offense, but I'm pretty sure Gramlet could manhandle Qualkenbush because he's one of those little, he's a little bit one of them pussy boys. Sorry if you don't like it, but I call it like I see it, dude. Just saying. Just saying. You weren't one of the rough and tumbles growing up like my cousin, so that's all I'm saying.
Let's go ahead and move on.
Hold on. No. We're not moving on from these assholes yet. We just only... No, fuck that.
I don't think we should give them the time.
No, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Fucking shots fired, son. Shots fired at the fuck... Yeah, no. I mean, hold on. Do we need to fire some more shots off for them? They need some more? Is that what they need? Are we going to have to take the fight to them? Listen, you telling, man. You got to take fucking Muhammad to the mountain. Sometimes the mountain's got to go to Muhammad. But if we have to, we'll come on your own shows and we'll insult you. You are going to fucking respect us whether you want to or not. Like the fucking clip says at the beginning. Prophets. 2 of them. And I'm the motherfucker that will speak at great length whether you want me to or not. So hear these words, because if not, you're going to fucking hear the thunder. And that's not fucking Burger taking a big fat fart, even though you don't want that shit neither. Believe me, he'll put you down with his farts. They're fucking brutal.
I was listening to him this week, too. I swear, Fat Lip Tula is such a fucking me monster. He really is. He's just constantly bragging about how great he is, and he predicted this, and he predicted that, and he's the man, and he gifts God to sports.
So he's one of these.
Habitual line stepper.
That's exactly what he is.
He is an habitual line stepper.
That's exactly what he is.
He's an habitual me monster, too.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. Believe me. There's only so much of that shit one can take.
And Ramona? Oh my God, don't even get me started on fucking Ramona. Ramona is fucking dumb as the day is long. I mean, seriously. I think you could get a special handicap needs kid in there and do her job and probably do it better than her.
Listen, man, that woman's got to smoke a lot of weed to be able to put up with that man. So you got to leave her be.
We're giving her a pass?
Mm-hmm.
I give Milstead a pass because I have no beef with Milstead. Actually, you know what? fuck it. I do have beef with Milstead. Because I've been here almost a year and about 3 months now. And I was constantly calling you, telling you, look, you need somebody to come on, has experience, knows what they're doing. I know what I'm doing. I want to come on there. I want to do some sports.
And what do you douchebags do?
No phone call.
You hire a fucking intern to save a couple pennies?
You hire Zach, really? The guy that's too much of a pussy to get a tattoo?
Listen, you know, I don't have no personal issue with Zach from New Jersey. I mean, personally, that's whatever. But my God, come on, dude. Like, is it just because that y'all will only hire Clemson alumni because unless y'all are sucking each other's orange dicks, nobody can get in there? It seems like Dep Tula must be like a secret Clemson graduate, or, you know, either you had to have one resident Yankee asshole. I don't know what it is, but y'all seriously need to get outside of that little orange bubble of yours. You know, there are people outside of it. Just fucking saying, you little faggots.
And you know what? I actually want to do some research this week. I did. And I was looking on their page and I was going over the videos and stuff. Have you seen the one where he's accepted an award and he like channels his like inner Ben Boulware? Have you seen that yet?
No.
Oh, it's the most cheese dick video you ever see. It really is. Like, and then I was watching and I was like, okay, well, you know, maybe that's just, you know, them trying to be humorous and be funny, which you're not. I'm sorry, you're not funny. You're not Kevin Hart. You're not funny. So I was like, you know what? Let me check some other video out and see what, you know, they have. And they had some live shows where they were doing live shows. I'll tell you one thing. Even though Kelly might have a bigger dick and a bigger set of balls than Quack, she is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, that she is. She played basketball for Clemson.
I kind of fell in love with her a little bit. I know you're not supposed to fall in love with the enemy, but...
Hey, listen, Miss Gramlich, I think that's Berger's way of saying he wants you to be the future Mrs. Berger.
It was.
It's
my roundabout way of saying that.
All right, well, moving on, because we can't be having love triangles.
Moving on, but anyway, I watched some of the other videos of those guys, the Quack and some of them other guys. They're a bunch of fucking polo-wearing, cheese dick, Clemson-loving, orange dick sucking pieces of shit that I've ever seen.
It's only a matter of anger because it's like it's so easy to call y'all. Y'all are a bunch of assholes. You think you're better than everybody else because you went to Clemson. I could easily see all of you yucking it up on the fucking golf course.
That's exactly what it reminded me of. It reminded me of guys that would be like, oh, hey, let's go play some golf this weekend.
Let's go to Baywood and be douchebags.
After we go play golf, let's go to the bar and get drunk and try to pick up on whatever women we can pick up on and tell them who we are.
Even though we're already fucking married.
I'm telling you, a bunch of cheese dicks.
Hey, listen, if y'all don't like it, you think we're getting too personal, you can always shoot back. I don't give a damn. You can take all the shots you want at me. I'm big boy. I can take it. I don't give a fuck what any of you think. That's the beauty of it.
We're both big boys. I ain't scared.
No, like, we mean that. We're both some big old boys, too, so if you think you want to pop off, I mean, you'll probably rethink that shit once you see us, because you'll be like, okay, those are some big old boys. And listen, all I'm saying is, we don't want to fucking fight you. We don't want to hate you. You are our competition, and we actually think that we could do better than you. Let's just face it. We'll go ahead and fire some more shots. Y'all are professionals. Y'all think that you know everything, that you're better at it. Personally, we think we could do a better job than y'all, because your fucking shows are not entertaining. I regularly turn you off to listen to 94.5 out of Greenville, because at least their radio jockeys are entertaining. So just so you know, you're losing out to a conservative talk show because, well, people like Qualkenbush, who are obviously Bernie Sanders idiots, running the radio, nobody wants to hear that shit, man. What'd y'all do with all the good cats? Huh? Oh, that's right. You booted them off the radio because you wanted some more millennial ding-dong suckers. So, fuck you, WCCP. Shots have been fired. If you don't like it, you can go fucking sit in your safe space and cry, or you can have a pair of balls or a pair of ovaries. You can strap on your big boy pants, strap on your big boy shoes, and you could try to walk a mud hole through our asses. I welcome it.
In the words of Rock, just bring it.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Are you going to cry? Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck you. No, I'm not.